Hey party people, this is Zach from visionswell.com, products and principles for a simple, serene life. Today, we're taking a look at the Maxpedition Falcon II Backpack. This is a great little backpack that comes in a 23-liter size and measures 18 by 10 by 9 inches and weighs in at 3.2 pounds. It retails for $200.99 on Maxpedition's website. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I really like the Maxpedition brand. I have a bunch of their pouches, slings, and gear bags, and I really like the quality and the durability as well as the tactical style of their offerings. Let's take a look at some of the exterior and interior features of this bag, and then I'll go through an example arrangement of gear that I would bring on a day trip or a day hiking trip where I may spend overnight depending on how it goes. And then I'll show you what it looks like when all of that gear is loaded out in this backpack and what it looks like on my body. So let's get started. First up, the exterior of this bag is made from a durable nylon material that's also PU and Teflon coated to provide weatherproofing and waterproofing. It's super durable. You can tell that it's a beefy bag and it feels really nice in the hand. It's that nice nylon feel where you can tell that it's very rugged and could withstand many of the elements and many of the rain showers that could potentially be in your way. Some of the exterior features of this bag that you can see are, first of all, there's all kinds of compression straps all over this bag. First up is this Y-shaped compression that provides a sort of compression for the front of the bag and the top of the bag. And you can unclip it here, and you can see the adjustment points at the top here if you want to tighten it up, as well as the way that it tightens all the way down through the center of the front of the bag to the bottom so that you can really kind of squeeze down the front of the bag. Also on this clip is an additional long leash with a D-clip so that if you wanted to attach any kind of carabiners or a water bottle or any kind of gear at the end of this line, you absolutely could. There's also compression straps on the right and left side of the bag, as you can see here. If you unclip them, this really cinches down the bag just in one direction here and really pulls things together. So if it's underloaded, you could pull it down to be a better shape, or if it's overloaded, you can compress it down as much as possible. You also have these exact same straps and clips on the other side of the bag. And these are great quality clips. They feel super durable, and I definitely see them lasting a long time. Then the last bit of compression you have here is on the bottom of the bag. Again, just like the side ones, you can kind of cinch it together so that if you're underloaded, you can squeeze down the empty space, or if it's overloaded, you can compress it down as much as humanly possible. Also on the bottom of the bag, you can see that it is reinforced with leather, so the place where this bag would lay, whether it's on a rocky beach, in the middle of the forest, on the wet ground, or anywhere that's dirty or rough, it provides a lot of extra durability by having this leather section at the bottom that's very robust. So it wouldn't scratch, it wouldn't stain, it adds a little bit of extra waterproofing. So I really like this feature as far as ways to improve the durability of this bag when it's laying down. On the top of the bag, you see you have this little clip here where you could attach a hat or any kind of gear that fits in this little loop here. And then it has a little mini loop at the bottom behind the buckle where you could attach additional things, but it leaves a lot of flexibility on things that you might want to attach to the outside of your bag, or if you don't have a spare carabiner, you can use this as kind of a makeshift carabiner, but it's just a way to add extra flexibility to this bag. Also on the top of the bag, you can see this nice beefy carry handle that's very well stitched. It both has the box stitching as well as the X stitching, so it's super robust. It feels thick, it feels good in the hand. It would be a good way to pull this bag in and out of overhead compartments or your back seat or car or anything. And it also has plenty of room for someone with large hands like me to fit their hand through. Underneath it, you'll see that there's a little Velcro portion that covers up access for a water bladder straw to come up through here. And there's a water bladder pocket on the back. So you can see here that you could bring the straw through and lace it through the carry straps, and then you have your hydration bladder easily accessible whenever you're walking around. Also, I wanted to mention how you can see that there's MOLLE webbing strips all over this bag. There's 2 rows up here, there's 3 rows down here, and these ones even have a large MOLLE webbing pocket so that you could fit larger items, as well as Velcro if there was something that needed to stick here, or any kind of external pouches that had Velcro, you could use them to stick here. On the side of the bag, you have even more MOLLE webbing. So you have some below this zipper here, you have a couple here in a vertical orientation, and then you have a bunch over here. So you have another 5 to deal with right there. On the other side, you have the same situation where you have extra vertical MOLLE as well as these horizontal MOLLE down here. There's attachment straps at the top here too that you could use for carabiners and attaching external gear, as well as some additional MOLLE here where this one has a sewn in bottom so that if it was something that you didn't want sticking out, you could put it in there. And then on the carry straps themselves, you have some additional MOLLE webbing, both horizontal and vertical, as well as 2 D-rings. So this leaves a ton of flexibility for ways to attach things to this bag, and gives you the option to decide what gear you need close at hand, whether it's on the side, top, front, back, or on the carry straps of the bag, and you can decide if you want to add flashlights, knives, water bottles, any kind of external gear or pouches that you need to attach. You have tons of flexibility and ways to do that. Talking about the carry system itself, you have these nice beefy carry straps that are foam padded. They feel very robust, they feel very comfortable, soft and padded. I think this bag would feel comfortable on your back even if it's heavily loaded out. And then you also have the addition, which I love, of these load lifters at the top. If you cinch these down, you can adjust where this backpack lands on your back and allow you to adjust its center of gravity so that it's more comfortable for long-term wear. I think load lifters are always a great thing to add to a bag, and I wish more bags utilized them, but that's just another great added feature that you have here. Then you also have a very robust sternum strap so that if you want to take some of the pressure off of your lower back and move it to your chest, you have the ability to here with this adjustable strap. If the placement of the strap doesn't work for you, you're able to move this to other MOLLE webbing on the carry straps to adjust it even further. You could undo it and cinch it up here, down here. Wherever you might need your sternum strap to go, you're able to do that. I still prefer when it's a single rail system that allows you to just slide it up and down as necessary whenever you want. But this is actually still very adjustable, despite it being a little finicky to move it between these MOLLE webbing portions. You'd have to undo it entirely and then move it all the way up here. And that could get a little annoying, but it's still nice to have the option. The carry straps are also very easily adjustable at the bottom. They have these nice buckles that allow you to adjust the length of the straps and suit it to your body type. And then at the bottom of the bag, you also have a nice, thick, robust, with a nice clip hip belt, so that again, combined with the sternum strap, you could use that and this to really take some of the pressure off of your lower back and move it to other parts of your body so that if you're carrying a lot of weight, you can make it more comfortable for yourself. Now let's take a look at some of the interior features of this bag. While we're looking at the carry system here, you can also see that there's these little weep holes at the bottom. That's because this is a back water bladder pocket, and if there was condensation or dirt or things that needed to fall out of that pocket, you have these weep holes here that allow the condensation to escape. Moving the straps out of the way, you can see that there is a zipper here that opens half the pocket, and then you can kind of pull it down. And this is the water bladder pocket. So you can put a Camelback or any kind of branded water bladder that you need. And then that hole in the top goes through underneath the carry handle that I showed earlier to allow you to move the straw through there and bring it down your carry strap so that you can bring it towards your mouth and keep it close at hand. And then additional to this water bladder pocket, you don't have to use it for a water bladder. You could put other flat documentations or things that's up against your back in this pocket if you choose to do so. And there's also some Velcro at the bottom. So if you had a concealed carry holster that had Velcro, you could potentially put it in here as well. I think it's designed to accommodate that as well. Moving to the front of the bag, you can see that there's these two external pockets on the front. So as you open these pockets, you can see that all of the zippers are durable, super quality YKK zippers that have paracord zipper pulls. So if we open this pocket up and pull down the front, you can see there's some internal organization here. So there's a little bit of room here to fit bigger items because it has a little bit of depth to it. And then you have this slide pocket here to put other items. And then you have 3 pen pockets and 1 larger pen pocket. So depending on the gear, the knives, the multi-tools, flashlights that you want to carry of varying sizes, you have some internal organization here to set that up. And then at the top of the front of the bag, you have a little quick access dump pocket. This one has no internal organization, but this is a place where I would put things that I need quick access to, like my medicine pouch or my wallet, my cell phone, my keys, anything like that would fit well in this pocket. It has a decent amount of room and it has that nice zipper just like the other pocket. So you could definitely put things in here that you need access to more regularly. Then the first larger pocket here behind these front smaller pockets has a lot of organization. So you have this larger slide pocket here, you have these 2 smaller mesh slide pockets, and then you have a large cavity in here that you could fit things like a jacket or larger items that you need to pile up and also need somewhat quick access to. Then the last pocket is the large main compartment. So let's open that up. In this large pocket, you can see that there is a mesh slide pocket here that runs almost the length of that compartment. And you can see that you could fit flat documentation, you could put a pair of sandals, you could put flatter items. It has a little bit of volume, so there's a lot of organizational capability with that. And then on this side, you have a zipper mesh compartment where you could put dongles or things that you don't want rattling around the inside of your bag. And it allows you to compartmentalize some of your gear so that smaller items or things that you don't want flying around the bag can be zippered up and they're kept away from everything else. Then as far as this pocket goes overall, it's a large clamshell pocket that opens fully so that if you had packing cubes or larger items, you could arrange them in here and organize them to your heart's content. And there's plenty of space here to fit things depth-wise and allow you a lot of flexibility on what you want to pack. The gear here represents what I might bring on a day trip to a national park with a potential overnight. First up, we have a 36-ounce Yeti Rambler water bottle that also has a sling for the water bottle. And the sling has attachment points on the back to attach to MOLLE webbing, so we can put some of that external MOLLE webbing on the Maxpedition backpack to the test. Then I have this Maxpedition Beefy EDC organizer pouch that I went over in another video. Some of the things inside include a utility knife, my TSA approved scissors, some cordage, a right angle screwdriver, multiple flashlights, pens, lighters, a fixed blade knife, multi-tool, a locking carabiner, a small waterproof sack, handkerchief, neck gaiter, notebook, and all kinds of additional tools that I might need when I'm out on the road. Then I have a CoreSurf compressible packing cube in the medium size that contains an extra pair of clothes, so I have a pair of pants, a shirt, underwear, and socks, as well as a bathing suit in case there's a river or a lake that I want to take a swim in. Then I have the CoreSurf Huake travel rain jacket that packs into this little sack, and in case you run into some unexpected rain showers, it's great to have a packable rain jacket. Then I have my Tilly packable sun hat just to prevent myself from getting sunburn, and I can wear this during the day and it covers my face and neck and head from getting sunburn. It's also very easy to pack and bounces back because you can fold it up into any orientation and it will bounce back to its original size. Then I have the Matador packable beach towel in case I need a towel if I'm getting out of a body of water or if I need to lay it on the ground to have a picnic or sit down on the wet ground. It's made from nanofiber and it has a hidden stash pocket, and it packs into itself really nicely. Then I have my little roll-up utensil pouch that has a human gear spork and a reusable metal straw that has a silicone mouthpiece. Then I have a pair of rugged sunglasses in a case that are from the Knockaround brand, and you always need sunglasses just in case it's super bright out and you need to protect your eyes. Then I have a CoreSurf 5-liter dry sack, and this is a great dry sack that you can use to either do laundry while you're on the road, or you can use it to store items if you're going on a boat or kayak and you're going to be near a body of water, just to protect sensitive items or electronics. Then I have my individual first aid kit that contains NSAIDs, allergy medications, cough drops, stomach medications, as well as Band-Aids and rubber gloves, tweezers, and nail clippers, just because this is something I bring with me every day, whether it's an EDC pack or a travel pack. This is something that I always need close by. Then I have my Human Gear Go Cup. That's a little collapsible cup that also serves as another miniature container. And this is great if you need to drink water or have a small bowl to eat out of. It just has a lot of different uses. Then I have a packable shopping bag that's rolled up and tied with a Velcro gear tie in case you needed to gather things in the woods or just need another sack to put stuff in. This is great to have on hand. Then I have a Human Gear reusable Ziploc bag, and if you slide this top off, you can see that it opens up and stays open, allowing you to fill it easily. It's moderately waterproof and won't let things fall out of the bag. And then when you're done with it, you just slide this back on top and it's all closed up. This is great if you have extra food items or things you've collected that might be wet and you want to put them in your bag and not damage other gear. It's always important to have an extra bag just for situations like that. Then I have my BELLROY tech kit because I'll have my cell phone on me and you always need some kind of tech backups. It has things like dongles, charging cables, backup batteries, another notebook, headphones, and a little charging brick so that it gives you a lot of variety and options as far as keeping your tech full of power and able to interface with each other. Then the last thing I have is the Matador Flat Pack Zipper Case Toiletry Bag. This has deodorant, cologne, soap, toothbrush, and anything you'd need in a regular toiletry case, just in case you needed to brush your teeth real quickly, you needed some extra deodorant because you were sweating all day, or you just needed a spritz of cologne because you're smelly. If you have the room for it, I suggest you bring a toiletry bag even for a day trip because you never know when you might need some extra deodorant or things like that. Now let's attempt to load all of these items into the Maxpedition Falcon II Backpack. I'll start with the large clamshell pocket because that's where I always like to begin with my packing. So I'll open that up nice and wide and we'll think of the largest items that we want to fit in here. To me, that would be the compression packing cube. And then I have this Maxpedition beefy organizer pouch. Try to push them to the bottom of the bag to make some room at the top. And then I also have the CoreSurf packable travel rain jacket. Put that up at the top here. I'll take this CoreSurf dry bag and I'll fit it into the mesh pocket on the one side of the clamshell. I decided I'm going to rearrange this a little bit because this is such a beefy pocket organizer. I'm going to try to put this at the top of the bag instead. And then I'll put the rain jacket down the side because it's a little bit skinnier. You always need to be open to be flexible to the way you're packing and suit it to the bag that you're using. Now it closes up nicely. For the other items, I'm going to take a look at the secondary pocket. And I'm going to load it out with the packable beach towel, the Matador toiletry bag, the utensil pouch, the reusable shopping bag, the reusable Ziploc bag, and my Human Gear Go Cup. Fits in there nicely. Then, when I'm considering my quick access items, definitely my sunglasses and my individual first aid kit. So I'll put that in the top pocket here. And in this bottom pocket, I'm going to see if I can fit in the tech pouch. Then for the last two items, I'm going to attach them on the outside of the bag. So first up is my Yeti Rambler in my Yeti Rambler sling. I unclip these little back pieces, and I string them through the molly webbing so that I can attach them. And there you go, it's nicely attached. And then for the Tilly sun hat, because it has this little hang clip at the top, I'm going to use that and attach it to that little buckle I mentioned earlier that can be used as a makeshift carabiner. So I'll string it through the hang loop and buckle it, and there you go. You have this bag completely loaded out. Despite its size and its slim profile, you can see it fits all of this gear easily, and it could even probably fit even more if I wanted to really stretch it. And then now that it's all loaded out, I can work with the cinch straps. So I'll adjust and buckle down these side cinch straps first. And now I'll pull this to cinch them down as much as possible, just to compress the bag a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'll adjust these so that they're long enough. And then I'll cinch them down. Then I'm going to adjust this front Y clip here so that it goes over the hat and cinches it to the bag. So I'll fold it up so that it takes up less room. I'll bring down this strap. I'll adjust the buckle so that it's long enough. I'll buckle it in and I'll cinch that down. Then at the bottom of the bag, I can make sure that I have enough room. It looks like it's already pretty cinched down, so I'm not going to mess with these too much, but you can see that you could pull these straps and cinch it down even more if you wanted to. And there you go. When it's all loaded out and cinched down, you see that you can fit a ton of different gear and still give it a slimish profile. It's pretty beefy, but it's not overwhelming, and it fit all the gear that I would need for a one-day trip and possible overnighter. So I think the Maxpedition Falcon II Backpack really fits the bill for something in those kind of situations, and I think this is a high quality, durable, nice looking bag with a tactical feel, and I really like the way it functioned when it's loaded out. And this is the way the Maxpedition Falcon II Backpack looks on my body when it's fully loaded out. It has a slim profile, so if you're walking through the forest, you wouldn't have to worry about getting caught up on trees or shrubbery because it's about the width of your body. Even fully loaded out, it feels pretty comfortable. I don't have any issues. I don't feel any pressure points. It feels like a bit of a brick on my bag because of how much weight is in here, but it does not feel uncomfortable, and I could definitely see myself hiking and wearing this all day. Additionally, the sternum strap and the hip belt feel really nice. They fit well on my body. They feel comfortable. They take some of the pressure off of my lower back. So I really like the way that this feels comfort-wise. I think it looks nice depending on what scenario you're in. If you're outdoors, the tactical look kind of fits in. So I think this is a nice looking bag. It's durable, it's rugged, but it's also comfortable, and it has a lot of utility to it. So for something like a day hike and possible overnight, this bag completely fits the bill, and I highly recommend it. So overall, I would say that the Maxpedition Falcon II Backpack that retails for $200.99 and comes in a 23-liter size is a great backpack, especially for day trips or maybe even an overnight if you wanted to stretch it. Because of its size, it makes it super versatile to use, and its rugged durability means that it definitely has a place in the outdoors and can hold up to the elements and rough treatment that may scratch and rip other bags. This one seems like it would last for a super long time, and I have no qualms about using it in rougher environments. I think it fits all my gear well, it sits comfortably on me, it has really good quality, flexibility, and storage options, and I like its organizational design. I would highly suggest you pick up the Maxpedition Falcon II if this tactical look and style and rugged durability and its many features fit the way that you like to pack on a camping trip, a beach trip, a day hiking trip, and anywhere where this would fit in well. Thanks as always for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Take care.